Hello everyone. How's it going? How's it going? I hope you're ready for a good interview because today we are here with AngryOwlCat. Owl, if you want to introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm AngryOwlCat. You can call me Owl. It's okay. Yeah, nice to meet you.
I'm so glad to have you here. I've been honestly trying to play it cool while we've been communicating before, but I am unbelievably excited to have you here today.
Oh, I'm very excited to be here too. It's my first interview.
Well, it's an honor. You
Ah,
I haven't told you this yet, but you were one of the first VTubers I actively watched while I was setting up how I wanted to do things. And obviously we have very different content, but you were such like I loved watching you. I was like, "Oh my gosh, I hope I can be as cool as her someday."
oh
So
no,
so it was really cool when you agreed.
I'm super flattered.
So I do want to start off with just asking, Angry Owl Cat, your name, how did you come up
Hmm,
with that? What does it mean?
angry. I'm always angry because majority of the time, almost all the time, I'm hungry. Owl because I'm an owl, and cat because my name is Catriona. Very easy.
I love it. I love it. That is one of the things that I remembered a lot. Just looking at you every once in a while, just the reminder, I am an owl, not a cat.
Exactly, yeah, because I don't get it. Why they're confusing it? I don't know.
I will always love just going into the comments on your posts just because of all the cute owl gifs I get to see. Because everyone posts them like, oh, I love owls so much.
Yeah, especially our legs, because they're looking amazing.
So I
Our
want to
feet.
owl feet, little owl grippers.
Yep.
So I want to know what attracted you to content creation? How did you start here?
Mm. I don't know. I wanted to have a very fun hobby. And at first I started doing like YouTube IRL, but it got very overwhelming because I had to edit everything and it was very difficult and I had to record many stuff and I was like, you know what about if I become a VTuber? It's gonna be so much easier. And yeah, I tried being a VTuber. Then as soon as I got affiliated, one of my viewers subscribed for 6 months in advance, and I was like, okay, I think I gotta go, I gotta keep going because they subscribed for 6 months. I cannot let them down. And yeah, I continued streaming.
You got the long-term contract with the 6-month sub, and you're like, all right, I guess I'm in it
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
That's fun.
Cannot stop.
Do you have any public goals that you're working for as far as VTubing? You always hear people like, oh, I want to get here, get there. Do you have anything you're working towards right now?
Oh yeah, of course, world domination.
I
Very
respect
easy.
it. I respect that.
Yeah, being the biggest all on Twitch.
You gotta aim for the top. That's, again, respect.
Exactly. Thank you.
On your way towards world domination, do you see yourself more as being a sneaky world dominator, or are you just going to do it with full power?
Sneaky? I don't think I'm sneaky. I'm pretty open. Yeah,
I'm honest about. I might take over the world, but I'll tell you that I'm doing it.
of course. Yeah. I'm already telling you that.
Well,
No secrets there.
so it's pretty early for you right now, or late. I'm not sure how you consider it. But do you consider yourself more of a night owl, or are you a daytime person?
Well, obviously I'm an owl, but I adapt. I adapt depending on the circumstances. I started streaming at night because I had insomnia, and that's also one of the reasons why I was a VTuber. I was like, oh, okay, it's probably better that I will do something fun instead of just laying and staring at the ceiling. So yeah, I decided to stream at night, and I kind of kept going like that, and it was a nice decision. Yeah.
That's fun. So, just on a side note, speaking of owls, it was the perfect sign from nature that today was going to go well. I woke up this morning to the owls in my yard, just having a full-on conversation. There's two of them that live in different trees in my backyard,
Oh,
and they were just going at it this morning, talking to each other, and I was like, it's a sign. It's a good owl day.
that's so cool. That's freaking amazing.
Was it
Do they attack
gigified?
anyone?
No, but we have a small dog that gets really scared, and
Okay,
I
be
have to bring
careful.
her in. I have to bring her in anytime they start getting a little chatty. She'll come up to the door. I'm like, all right, you're coming inside. We have a koi
Yeah.
pond with fish in it, and I'm
Oh,
surprised, but they've
oh.
left the fish alone. They have never
Mm,
taken any of the fish. We do have a big
yeah.
catfish in it though that keeps the pond
Hmm.
clean, and I don't know if that maybe scares him away because he's a
Scares them
big
away.
boy.
Yeah, the catfishes can grow like super huge.
Oh, yes. So
Mm,
I found you while I was looking into VTubing through a friend,
mm,
Kaviri. I believe he's streaming right now, but he had met you at a
mm.
convention and
Yeah.
started sending me your stuff, and I was like, wow, she's really cool. I should, check her out. She is my senior in this, so I should see like everything about her, which obviously sounds creepy, but you know what I mean. You check people out.
It's
Um,
fine.
but conventions, I've never been to a convention. Is
Hmm.
that something you enjoy?
Conventions. Absolutely. Absolutely. But if you decide to go to a convention, try to take a friend with you, a relative, anyone, don't go there alone. Because my very first convention, like related to streaming, was TwitchCon Europe. And the first day I was alone. Like there was, not my mods were present, not my viewers were present, and it was extremely overwhelming because a lot of people, lots of stuff happening. It was scary. I just wanted like to go into the corner and cry and go home. But on the second day, but on the first day when I was like in this desperate situation, I come up to some VTubers and they're like, "Oh, do you want to join our group? We can walk everywhere together. Like, please don't worry." And I was like, "Oh wow, that's amazing." One of the VTubers was Tumatengo, and all of his friends, they kind of adopted me for a day. And after that, it was an amazing experience. The next day, because convention like last several days, the next day my moderator essay came over, and it was much more fun. So if you're a little bit shy to like come up to strangers and make friends with them, I would really recommend to take a friend with you and to make this experience easier. But other than that, it's super fun. And one more thing, try to eat before conventions because usually it's extremely expensive to eat there. Yeah.
That's fair. I think that has been my big worry because I was thinking about going down to the WeebCon because I live relatively close to
Hmm.
WeebCon, and
Hmm.
just the thing that stopped me from doing it is like I'm gonna go down there, know absolutely nobody, and just stand there in a corner awkwardly and not talk to anyone.
Mm, yeah, yeah, yeah. Like that's like one of the issues. Plus usually they're super expensive, and also you know what, it's security wise I think it's better like to be with someone, not to go
Absolutely.
alone like I did the first time. Because even like non-Twitch related, I went to comic-con comic cat in Japan, and it's extremely overcrowded, like super overcrowded. And you don't go where you want to go, you go where the crowd like leads you. So yeah, it's better to have somebody just in case.
I feel like that would definitely be a lot. I'm not somebody who likes being touched by people all that much, and so just
Yeah,
a big crowded area seems like it would be a lot. It would take some prep to get there.
yeah, yeah. And the smells in there, that's a whole different story.
Have just like a bottle of cologne on a necklace around your neck, smelling salts.
Yeah, yeah, smelling salty.
Well, do you have any plans for any future conventions that you'd care to share? Is there anything coming up?
Mm, uh, TwitchCon Rotterdam is coming up, but I know I still didn't answer to my community if I'll be going in there because I think the prices for living right now
Hmm.
in Europe like skyrocketed. It's super expensive. Like the hotels are probably 50 to 100% more expensive, and also there are more no-fly zones at the moment. So getting from Japan to Europe is also
That's
like
fair.
50 to 100% more expensive. And I only found out it not yesterday, last week, when I started like calculating how much it's gonna be, and I was like, what the, compared to the previous year, and I was like, what the. So I will probably know only by the end of this week if I'm gonna go.
All right, so for everyone, keep an eye out to see if you get to see AngryOwlCat at TwitchCon Rotterdam.
Mm.
So you've been to TwitchCon. What is the
Mhm.
best experience you've had at that? Because you always all the stuff that gets popular because it's online and drama sells is the big scary stuff, but no one really talks about like
Mm.
what's one of the coolest thing that happened at the convention?
I think the two coolest things, well, actually three. Number one is meeting your community IRL because you never know how they will react to your IRL. You never know, if they will be cool about it, how it's gonna go. And so far, it was amazing experience. Number two is making new friends which is pretty difficult because again you'll have to come up to strangers and like ask what they're doing and explain what you're doing, and hopefully they will understand what games you're playing. And when you say I play Gacha games, they're like not say, oh, I know Genshin, that's the only game, right? Yeah, and the third thing is to meet huge streamers, because I was lucky enough to meet Otsdarva, who is also streaming right now, Dead by Daylight. He's amazing streamer. I highly recommend him. I think like majority know him already, but he has like very good professional ethics, I think, which should be like a standard, I think, in streaming. Like, you know, no drama, just pure gaming and having fun. I met Nyanners, I met Matara, I met Silvervale, and they were all absolutely awesome to chat to, even like for a couple of seconds. So that was an amazing experience. Yeah.
That's amazing. That is always the part that is almost scary to me, because I feel like a very small bean right now. Like I said, I was freaking out when you even responded with any interest to getting interviewed. Like, you have no idea. I've tried to play it very cool, but this is such a huge deal. You don't understand what this interview means, especially as somebody who, again, I was looking up to when I started my journey. To be here and having this interview is amazing. And the idea of going to a convention and like meeting these people, and I don't know, it is that weird, almost starstruck nature of like, I'm in the same vicinity as these people that I look up to, or that are absolutely rocking it out, that I would like to be more like. So I think that's very fun, but it would also be rather intimidating.
Yeah, absolutely, because you are scared not to say anything stupid, which I totally did. Yeah, because I can tell a small story how I met Silverwell. I was just walking like in the hallway, and someone like screamed, "Oh, nice cosplay!" to me, and I was like, "Oh, yours too!" And it was a very beautiful girl, and the cosplay was Silverwell, and I ran to her to exchange contacts, etc. And I kept staring at her badge, and if you know, like the badge, they're usually on the neck, and it's usually like around your chest area you have the badge itself. So I kept staring at this girl's boobs, and I cannot see her badge, and I was like, where's the badge? And then I realized that, okay, this is a girl in a silver whale cosplay without the badge, surrounded by a lot of people. I think it might be Silverwhale herself. And I'm like, are you Silverwhale? And she's like, yes, I am. You know who I am? And I was like, of course. So yeah, I was freaking out, but she was super nice and cool about it.
That's amazing. That's so cool. So when you were talking about exchanging contacts, I did want to ask about that. Do you have like a business card?
Yeah,
That's so fun.
Yeah, usually it's actually a pretty cool idea to have a business card with you, like, you know, your Twitch handle, so that you can exchange with others. Plus, you can show your VTuber format in this way, how you look like online. And yeah, it's many VTubers started doing that. Like with the second TwitchCon which I went to, many more had their cards with them.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I think that is what Kaviri did, was he sent me a picture of your business card and was like, you should check her out. And I was like, all right, sounds good. But I just love that, because that, I don't know, there used to be this idea that like VTubing was very non-serious. And so the idea of finding a VTuber through a business card makes it feel a lot more official and like, no, I'm serious. This is my information. If you'd like to check it out, absolutely.
Yeah. And you can like write like games in there, so that they will like remember you. Okay, that's the person who plays this game, or that's the person who specializes in this, so that it will give them more information about you.
That's a really good idea. I was going to have my wife design mine, honestly. I told you earlier, but I have no like artistic knowledge or anything, so I was just like, my love, will you make a business card for me?
I designed myself my own cards recently, but I usually just use the art that I commissioned previously for it, so that it will look at least a little bit nicer.
Gotta have the good first impression.
Yeah.
So you brought up Gacha, and people were like, "Oh, Genshin Impact." What would you say, like, what gachas have you enjoyed recently, and what would you recommend to somebody who has limited gacha experience?
I think at the moment my two favorite games are Arknight's Endfield, and also Arknight's Endfield was released like recently, a couple of months ago, so it's pretty good time like to start the game if you're really into. if you want to try the Gacha games. So I highly recommend that one. And the second place would probably go to Zenless Zone Zero, which I've been playing for already, I think, almost 2 years. It's a great game. On the internet, it's kind of called Gunner game. But, well, mostly because the design of some characters are pretty revealing. But I would say, like, don't buy into it. It's amazing. Try it out. It's just like, again, Twitter drama, Twitter comments. There is so much more to this game than just the jiggles. but a little bit of a disclaimer for those who are not familiar with the gacha mechanics. It is the game where you can spend real money, so please be very careful about it. Remember to just enjoy the game, try to play as much free-to-play as possible, and remember that every single character will get power creep sooner or later, so yeah, don't overspend in them.
That's fascinating. I didn't know Arknights was gacha. I'd heard people talk about
Yep,
it, but I haven't looked into it at all. So I had no idea there was gacha mechanics in it or
yep.
interesting. I have looked at Zenless Zone Zero. I actually downloaded it. I rated into your streams a couple times, and you looked like you're having such a
Mm,
good time. I downloaded it,
mm.
and I think I started the game, like made an account, and I have not touched it just because it's always somewhat intimidating to jump into a well-established gacha because you have
Mhm,
no idea what you're doing, and you're getting like
mhm.
the first couple characters, and there's already a meta set, and people are
Yeah.
already they have all their favorite people or the best characters, and I'm just like looking at things like that's a pretty flower. What am I doing again?
Yeah, with the gacha games, usually it's better to start when the game is just released. Like as I said, with Arknights Enfield at the moment, so that you'll be able to catch up with everything that is going on. Second recommendation, I would say before deciding to play the gacha for a long time or not, play at least 4 hours to understand it, because sometimes at the game they give like very long tutorials, very long exposition of the story, and you kind of like, I don't know if I like this game. After 4 hours, you will kind of understand it. And what was the last one? Oh, and also the story usually in the game is the best for the first year because they try to catch you as a player as much as possible. So if you really want to play a high quality gacha, I would suggest to play just the first season of Honkai Star Rail. Because the beginning of the Honkai Star Rail is probably the best gacha beginning of all times. It just captures you, grabs you into this whole world, and it's freaking amazing. After that, it gets complicated, but the first season was absolutely worth it. And in terms of pulling for characters, I would suggest avoid meta. If you want to be a free-to-play player, avoid like clearing everything 100%. Just don't think about it. That's how I play in Genshin for the at the moment. For example, I still log in into the game from time to time, but I don't aim for like clearing everything because I know that I don't have money to pull even more in Genshin.
That's fair. Lirio just said it in chat, but Honkai Star Rail is what got me hooked. That is me and Lirio got into it about the same time. That is the very first gacha I ever played was HSR,
Mm.
and then I've only played like Lost Sword, and there was one other, the Nikkei, I think is the other one that I played.
Which one? The jiggly or the dress up?
Oh, sorry, the Jiggly, the Nikkei Goddess of
Mm.
Victory or whatever.
Yeah, that one is also pretty cool.
I've heard good stuff about the dress up one, and I'm pretty sure I have it downloaded on my PlayStation, but I
Oh,
haven't gotten
they
into
had
it.
so much drama. Like it
Really?
was good at the start, but then something happened and they changed the monetization mechanic and they became very predatory. The game started glitching a lot, so yeah, problematic gotcha.
Interesting. See, that's the thing is I don't keep up with a lot of drama stuff, so I'm just over here playing my game, and then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna look up something about the game, and I'm like, everything's on fire.
Yay!
Or like I'll see like, oh, this was a fun little when they do their banners and their random little events. I'm like, oh, this was really fun. Then I get online, everyone's like, this sucked. I hated it. This was stupid. I'm
Yeah,
like, I
yeah,
had a
yeah,
good
yeah.
time.
Exactly. Like, oh, this character design, this is in Zenless Zone Zero, for example. Whenever a new character is released, everyone's like, the game is not the same as it was. Horrible. Look how they dropped. And I'm like, that's very, pretty similar to what they did before. It's a pretty nice design. I don't know what they're talking about.
So Gacha also falls prey to Gen 1 Pokemon strats too. Like, oh, everything sucks after the first drop.
With the Pokemon?
Oh yeah, there are tons of people who will stick to the original 151 being like the best and then not liking all
Ah.
the new stuff. Which I just love
Mm-hmm.
Pokemon in general. Pokemon's fantastic.
I don't know much about Pokemon, so which is pretty bad because I live in Japan, and whenever, like, one of my friends, whenever she comes over, she asks me to buy her the packages, like with the cards, because they
Yes.
usually sell them like limited amount per person. And we go with her to the store. She buys five, I buy five, and I just give it to her. She gives me the money back. I feel like a scammer
Oh, but
trading
it's so good.
Pokemons.
My last
Mm.
stream was a pack opening just because I've never done a hand cam or anything, and I ordered an entire like display box of Japanese, I believe it was Ninja Spinner
Oh
Pokemon cards
wow.
to open. And dude, the Japanese art is so much better. Like, I didn't
Oh.
realize there was that much difference between the American cards and the Japanese ones, but one, the backs look
Mm.
cooler, but even just the regular artwork, I was like, why is it so much prettier?
I thought that they would just do the same art. Interesting.
I have a friend who every time he visits Japan like 3 times a year, and
Mm.
he every time he goes, I'm like, hey, you want to stop in at the Pokemon Center for me? Just I don't even care what you
Mhm.
get. It can be like a pack of gum, but do you want to just pick me up something from the Pokemon Center?
Yeah, the merch there is absolutely amazing. Even I, who doesn't know much about Pokemons, I look at the plushies because they had a lot of plushies, and I'm like, oh, this looks so cute. I have no idea what this thing does as a Pokemon, but it looks very, very cute.
I have entirely too many Pokemon plushes. Looking over at my bed right now, I have a giant Snorlax, Squishmallow, and a Teddiursa and Totodile. Like I have way too many plush.
Oh, then you'll just go crazy when you go to the store.
I wanted to so bad. Right before COVID, I had my tickets. I was ready. I was going to go stay in Akihabara,
Hmm.
and then everything shut down. The world caught fire, and
Hmm.
all traveling was shut down, and I just never got back. And so
Hmm.
now I'm like, I missed like that was just the golden time in my life. I'm like, I have time off work and the money to go do it. I'm gonna go visit Japan, and then everything shut down for a couple years, and I haven't been able to get there, and I'm
Hmm.
horribly disappointed.
But it's still on the bucket list.
Oh, absolutely. My son wants to go
Mm.
to Japan. Like,
Oh, nice.
he's honestly better at Japanese than I am because he's young and so he picks up the language better.
Mhm.
And he is the biggest nerd I've ever seen, and I love it. So, me and him are definitely going to make it to Japan someday.
Mhm. Yeah, a lot of people, a lot of tourists I see coming with kids.
Speaking of Japan, I saw a stream recently of you walking around at night on Japan. That was just super cool because it was nice just seeing, I don't know, you see a lot of like branded content of like we're going to these very specific places and it is
Mm.
almost like a tour video, which is obviously I love seeing Japan in those lights, but it was really cool just to just walk down the street and see how things are with you. Do you, I mean, I feel like it's pretty obvious, but you enjoy living in Japan, yes?
Yeah, 100%. The experience of living in Japan is very nice because it's very clean. It's very safe. As you can see, I was walking at night alone, no issues at all. No one comes up to me. No one does any creepy stuff. And yeah, I've been plenty of times, like very, very, like at 1 a.m. at night in the parks, on the streets, all alone, no issues at all. So that's a ginormous plus. Among the minuses, living in Japan is pretty expensive. I don't know, maybe like in other countries it's more expensive. It's just like the salary versus like the cost of living. It's the balance is pretty not good.
Yeah.
But yeah, but another minus is probably getting friends because how the majority of foreigners get friends there, they go to the bars and they drink and they socialize. I don't do that. I don't really drink. I don't go to the bars. So yeah, because of that, it's much more difficult to get Japanese friends in Japan. I have a couple, but they're usually super busy. And whenever I speak with them, they want to practice English with me. And I was like, I want to practice Japanese with you. And I'm not practicing Japanese in the end. So yeah,
That's
like
fair.
advantages: clean, very very polite, very good service, very nice, safe. But among the minuses, cost of living and lack of friends.
So we're not likely to see any videos of drunk Angry Owl Cat doing karaoke at a Japanese bar.
Probably not.
I think that is what blew me away about watching that stream of you
Mhm.
walking around is just I'm a 6 foot tall American guy in the middle of America, and I'm like, dude, it could be like 4 in the afternoon, and I'm like, I'm gonna get kidnapped. Someone's gonna come do
Oh,
something. So I was like, wow, just the
damn.
fact that she's just walking around and having a good time and not worrying that someone's about to yeet her off the road is insane.
Yeah, when I went also to the US to WitchCon in 2025, and everyone was warning me, like, don't walk anywhere alone. And I was like,
Yeah.
why they're so specific? I was like, even during the day, and I was like, even during the day, don't walk alone. And then I came over and was like, okay, I think I get it.
Yep. Yep.
Mm,
No, it's rough. But again, I think that just
mm,
speaks to Japan being cool. Like you said, there's obviously downsides. There's upsides and downsides to everything. But I do have
mm,
to ask, I know that you really like cup noodle, but
mm,
how much better is the sit down restaurant ramen there? Because
mm.
I'm super curious about that.
So I tried the sit down restaurant ramen probably once or twice only. For the several years, the only reason is because the portions are very big,
Yes.
and I cannot finish the portion. And if you're just sitting there for too long, it's gonna get cold and soggy and not delicious. So I felt very bad that I haven't finished the bowl. And after that, I was like, you know what? I will probably just not waste the ingredients and my money. And yeah, but it was pretty delicious. Very salty though, very salty. Because I heard that some foreigners they drink the broth. I didn't. I didn't. I couldn't. It was too salty.
Drinking the broth and becoming dehydrated.
Yeah. I do like the like cup noodles. They're not really cup noodles because they're like in this bowl. I don't know their name. I don't know their name because it's like a bowl and it has a sauce and also mayo inside the packaging.
Interesting.
And they're super delicious. So if you go to any convenience, they're usually at any convenience, and look for like this brownish cup noodles that are in a square bowl with a mayo drawn on it, then those are the ones.
That's always what I find curious about some of the things we see, because we have it's just generally called the Asian market nearby, and they have like their different
Mm,
sections for different Asian countries. And I look at some of them, and being American, a lot of what you see is like Maruchan chicken and beef and maybe shrimp flavor when you're just at regular
mhm.
stores. But you see there, and I'm like, I never considered putting mayo and like cabbage and all this different stuff. I'm looking and I'm like,
Oh yeah,
I'm sure it's
with cabbage. Yeah,
delicious.
this one.
I'm sure it's
It's super
delicious, but
good.
looking at it, I'm just like, huh. My
It's
wife
much
goes
better
all the
than
way though.
it's much better than regular cup noodles. Like I would say because I mix them up. Usually not like together. Like one day that one day second day another one. So yeah, I really recommend that one with cabbage and mayo. Yeah.
My wife went to school to be a chef, and
Oh,
so
nice.
she used
Lucky
to do that.
you.
She stays home with the kids now, but that just means we have ridiculously good food. I am such a
Oh,
commenter though. I'm super happy with like a piece of cheese on some bread and calling it a grilled cheese. And she's over here making delicious things. But anytime we have ramen for dinner, I always forget, and I'm like, oh, we're just gonna do some like brick ramen and call. And she's like, no, we're going all the way. And she does the egg and
wow.
the like skin beef and all of that stuff. And we
Mm.
have we have our like ramen bowls where you put the top on and let it steam cook and all of that. And
You
it's
have such
always
a nice wife.
fantastic. She makes beautiful food. She does bento boxes for the kids, and
Oh,
it's wonderful. And I'm over here like I'm such a peasant because I'm like I love this, it's delicious, but I would have been happy with like a ham sandwich.
that's amazing. Your wife sounds amazing.
She is incredible, but
Mm.
I don't want to say but. I don't mean a but. There's no but. She's great.
But
But no, it just blows me away her ability to make some of these really fantastic Asian meals. She takes from a lot of it because she, like I said, she used to work in a restaurant that specialized in stuff like that.
mm,
So her ramen is probably somewhere between like going to a restaurant and the basic stuff. But we will also absolutely do her favorite thing right now is the bulldog carbonara one. It's like a
mm.
sort of milky
Oh,
bulldog.
so is it is it too spicy for you or is it normal?
Okay, so I am a wimp. I probably do like a quarter to a half of the spice packet that is in there when I eat them because
Mhm.
like it can't be that bad, and I went full in with a spice pack the first time I tried it, and that
Mhm.
was awful. And then there's my wife who ate hers, then ate mine, and was like, "Why are you crying? It's barely even hot."
Because I had pretty similar experience. The first time I put the whole package into the bulldog, because they're pretty famous. They're like on
Yes.
TikTok everywhere. Oh, like they're so and also the packaging. They're looking pink. They're cute. And yeah, the first time I was like, this is horrible. I cannot even feel the taste of this cup noodles, so I couldn't even finish them. Second time, I decided to put like half of the package. I put half of the package. I still could not eat it. And I was sitting just like, almost crying because I really want to enjoy those noodles.
Yes.
My roommate came in and she was like, well, you can wash them. So I washed them to wash off the sauce. I also put some cheese into them because cheese kind of neutralizes the spiciness. And it was like, okay, but after that, I never tried it again.
It definitely is one of those because you're right. It's the type of heat. So I've learned that Asian heat is so different from like hot stuff in America because there's a whole bunch of different types. There's stuff like wasabi, which has that like punch your tongue, but then it's gone really quickly. And so I was sort
Mm,
of expecting something like that from the bulldog. I'm like, no, that sits there.
no.
It coats your throat. It coats your tongue. You're not going to taste anything for hours if you go full on.
Yeah, it's like I once went out with my Vietnamese friends, and they were like, "Oh, we want to like show you some like our food," and they took some sort of, I don't know, like rubs. I don't know what that was, and they're eating that rub, and they're totally fine with that. They keep chatting, and I realized while I'm eating the same food as they are, I'm just crying and I start hiccuping.
Yep. Yes.
And
You're
they're
trying
like,
to play
and
it
they're like, "Are
cool,
you
but you're
okay?" Yeah, but you're totally not cool. And you're like, "How are you eating the same food?"
No, it's wild to me. So actually,
Mhm.
we covered a couple questions on that because I had down what is your favorite. Oh yeah, what is your favorite one? I think you were just talking about it with the
Yeah, the cabbage one. The cabbage
yeah.
one with the mayo. That one is
So
great.
describe that to me because it feels like it would be thicker than I would expect ramen to be if it has
Mm,
mayo in it. But it could also just not be that much mayo.
no. It's a little bit of mayo. It's a very little. Plus, it's a Japanese mayo, so it's a little bit less. How to say, less fatty. Yeah, so it's pretty nice. It's more like a sauce.
All right, that's interesting.
Mhm.
And then I specifically had let's talk about spicy bulldog noodles because I remember you posting on Twitter about that, and I was like,
Mhm.
I feel that so hard because I had the same experience the first time. Where like, I'm sure I can handle this. Dump the whole pack, and you're like, everything is fire.
Yeah,
So we
absolutely.
have about 10 minutes left in your interview. Are you good to go take some questions from Twitter or the
Yeah, of
chat?
course. Yeah, of course.
All right, let me pull those up. Chat, if you have any questions for the lovely owl, go ahead. I just pulled up Twitter, and the first thing I see is a picture of Bulldog Spicy Sweet and Spicy Ramen.
They're listening.
All right, let's see. We have from Orion's Necrosis. What are your top three games right now?
Top three games. Number one, Arknights Unfilled. Number two, Zenless Zone Zero. Number three, I would say like something in between Honkai Star Rail and Withering Waves.
Very nice, very nice. So we have one from Lirio. Feel free not to answer.
Mm.
Do the fur balls and pellets come out separately or all at once as a super owlcat fur pellet?
You know what? I'm a lady, and I will keep my secrets with me.
Never ask a lady about her hairballs.
Exactly. Or the pellets.
Whoa, what a question exactly. Yeah, Lirio and chat, I hope you're proud of yourself. So since you're an owl, if you spot a lone, frail, unattended kitten, is it a friend or is it food?
Depends on the day.
How hungry am I?
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see, we also have who, nya, new, or haya, or possibly even a nyahoo. What is your sound of preference?
Very easy. Sometimes, occasionally hoot.
Nyahoot. When will Owl eat super spicy ramen on stream from Gigafied?
It's probably gonna be embarrassing because I'll just be crying and hiccuping. So probably wouldn't do that. I won't be able to chat, and streamers supposed to chat.
You're trying to talk and you're just
Yeah.
it looks like they really. Why do people want to see the streamer hurt? It seems like everyone really wants you to eat the spicy ramen.
Yeah, yeah. Oh wait, there are several comments like that.
Oh, just in the chat now, they're like, "Oh, why not?
Oh,
When are you gonna do it?" Owl's letting us down
no,
on
no, 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 no,
entertainment.
no, 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 no. Ah, no, 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 no. I once ate, natto, the fermented beans on stream.
Yes.
I ate them as like a challenge, and I regretted that deeply because I haven't tried them before. The smell was so horrific. Like I still can remember it. It traumatized me. I know that Japanese people eat it like almost every day for the breakfast because it's very easy. You just get some rice, mix it with the fermented beans. I could not. I could not. Maybe if you grew up eating it, you kind of like get used to it, and it's not that bad. But so I don't want to do any more food challenges after that.
That's so fascinating. That's really interesting. The smell is still in her wings. That's why they're always in the washing machine.
Mm,
So what is
exactly.
the like most interesting thing? It doesn't have to necessarily have been good, but while you've been in Japan, what is the thing that you'd be like interesting when you tried it?
Interesting thing. I mean, I had a stalker. I had a stalker. I went to the girls' bar. So when you go and
Mhm.
chat there, that's how I tried to learn Japanese language. I was chatting with the ladies in girls' bars, and I noticed that the dude was following me after that, and like trying to be sneaky behind me. And it was probably the only a little bit weird experience in Japan, and I just turned around and was like, "What do you want?" And he's like, "Can you be my girlfriend?" And I was like, I'm not interested. And he's like, "Can you be my friend?" And I'm like, "Can you teach me Japanese?" And he's like, "Yeah, okay." And I'm like, "Okay." And I chatted with them for a little bit. They
Wow.
were actually pretty nice. Yeah, so even stalkers in Japan can be nice.
Even the stalkers are better in Japan. Come on, guys, what are we doing here? Step it up, America. So let's see. What is a girls' bar? Can you explain girls' bar a little bit?
Yeah. Yeah. So it's a place where you are charged by hour. It's like maid cafes. I don't know. Maybe you've seen them in the anime.
Hmm.
In the maid cafes, they usually serve food like omurice, and they do moi moi kun on your omurice. They draw hearts on it with ketchup. But girls' bar there's no food. They're only overpriced drinks. You pay for drinks. You pay for being present there, and usually also girls try to make you pay for their drinks. The girls who are working there. If you want to experience, you can play the game called Bunny Garden. It's pretty realistic, how it is. So yeah, you go there, and again, you gotta be careful, to just monitor how much you are getting. Even taking pictures with the girls will cost you money. So just keep track of it because you might get in trouble if you can't.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Al can do moi moi kun on cup noodles. Interesting.
yeah,
So
very
let's see.
easy.
Ooh, I don't want to run out of time with you. You have about 5 minutes. Will you go ahead and give all your socials and anything you want to pump up, anything you have coming up, all of that good stuff?
AngryOwlCat on all the platforms. I mostly stream on Twitch, but I try also to do YouTube as much as I can, YouTube videos, and silly stuff on Twitter. AngryOwlCat everywhere. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you for Thank you for shout out.
Absolutely. There, absolutely. If you're not following her, do it. I highly recommend it. Personally, from Nero, stamp of approval. Fantastic streamer, fantastic person.
You're too kind to me. Honestly, a very nice interview. I did went without any expectations. You're very professional, very nice questions. So thank you so much for this interview.
Absolutely. I try to keep things very chill. I want you to have a good time. It's all about just highlighting and showing people how awesome you are.
You are very very nice, and you also have very nice voice.
Thank you.
As late night talk show host, a voice, like a radio.
I appreciate that. That's sort of where I wanted to go with it. Well, do you have anything
Nice.
else you want to say to the people before we end off?
Please eat well. Please touch some grass at least from time to time, and yeah, enjoy gaming.
Enjoy gaming. Well, I will see you guys on the next one. Again, thank you, AngryOwlCat, for being here. Go follow her everywhere. Not like a stalker, but like a good, awesome social media person.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. See you later, everyone.
See ya.